Welcome back to another video where today I'm going to be predicting the scores of week 13 of this 2023-2024 EFL Championship season. Games come in thick and fast as they always do. The time of recording is Thursday night at, just gone 11 o'clock UK time, and these games for game week 13 take place on Saturday the 28th, Sunday the 29th and Monday the 30th of October. Last week in game week 12, top scorer with a lovely score of 16 points. Just the two perfect scores though for W and G Fan. And in second place, our old friend Douglas J Horn 92, coming away with 15.5 points and 3 perfect scores. How that affects things at the top of the leaderboard though, well, who knows, because at this moment in time there's a little bit of a glitch, as you can see where it says sorry the game engine is busy, please check back in a few minutes. But I believe Alex Cochrane is at the top of that leaderboard. So let's move on, crack on and predict the scores for game week 13. It all kicks off at 12:30 on Saturday afternoon. Leeds United coming against Huddersfield. Huddersfield smashed 4-0 in their last game against Cardiff. Absolutely diabolical display by the Terriers. And Leeds United coming away with a 1-0 defeat against Stoke. So in this one I think Leeds will bounce back. Huddersfield got their injury woes and I can see Leeds winning this one 2-0. We then move on to the first of the 3 o'clock kickoffs where Southampton take on Birmingham City. The Blues now headed of course by Wayne Rooney's back-to-back defeats for them, and the Birmingham City fans are not happy at all. Saints drawing in their last fixture against Preston North End where they were trailing in that game. In this one, I think the Saints will win and take all 3 points, and I'm going to go for a 2-1 home victory. We then move on to Ewood Park where Blackburn Rovers take on Swansea City. Blackburn 3 wins on the bounce and Swansea back-to-back defeats, albeit a defeat against Leicester and a woeful defeat against Watford where they didn't play well at all. I'm not convinced by Blackburn Rovers even though they've won 3 on the bounce, so I'm going to go for a 1-1 draw in this fixture. Then we move on to the Cardiff City Stadium where it's a Severnside derby. Myself and Nathan will be in attendance for this match. Cardiff, of course, as I just mentioned, smashing Huddersfield 4-0 in the last fixture. And Bristol City narrowly losing 1-0 against Ipswich Town, but they had their opportunities in that match. So tough one to predict this one. Not many draws in this fixture, but I am going to go for a draw and I am going to go for a 1-1 scoreline at the Cardiff City Stadium. We then move on to the MKM Stadium in Hull where the Tigers face Preston North End. A good win for Hull City in their last match against Birmingham. They have actually been playing well. Jayden Philogene has been a revelation there since he's made his multi-million pound move from Aston Villa. And Preston North End, no wins in the last 6 matches. It was a draw against Southampton in their last match, so this one could be a draw or a win to the Tigers, but I am just going to give it to Hull and I can see them running out 2-1 winners. Then we move on to Ipswich Town against Plymouth Argyle. Tractor boys just keep going and going and going, don't they? And I think they'll gain another 3 points in this match against a Plymouth side who did come away with 3-0 comprehensive victory against the Owls in their last match, but I think Ipswich will win this one 2-0. Then we move on to the Riverside Stadium where Middlesbrough have won 6 matches on the trot, and it looks like Stoke City is starting to turn things around. Back-to-back wins now, an excellent victory against Leeds, and prior to that it was a very, very good win against Sunderland. This one's going to be another tight one, but I'm just going to go for the home side and I can see them narrowly beating Stoke 1-0. We then move on to Loftus Road where QPR, 5 defeats on the bounce, take on Leicester City who have won 12 of their 13 matches this season. There's only going to be one victor in this fixture and it is going to be Leicester, and I can see them coming away with a 3-0 away win. We then move on to the Stadium of Light up there in the northeast where Sunderland take on Norwich City. Sunderland 3 defeats on the trot, Norwich 2 defeats on the trot. Could go either way, could draw this one, but I'm going to favour Sunderland to come away with a 2-1 home victory. We then move on to Vicarage Road, and Watford, even though they've won their last 2 matches, I am so unconvinced with the Hornets. Take on a Millwall side who were defeated 2-1 against Blackburn Rovers in the last fixture. And this one, I think it's going to end up all square, and I'm going to go for a 0-0 draw. We then move on to Hillsborough, where Sheffield Wednesday, now another defeat in their last fixture against Plymouth Argyle, and Rotherham United, the Millers, gaining a first victory. What was that? I think that's only their second win this season against Coventry City side, where they beat them 2-0. This one, can Rotherham win on the road? That is the question. I think they can, and I am going to stick my neck on the line on this one. I think they'll win 2-1. We then move on to the final fixture of this game week, where on Monday evening, Coventry City take on West Brom. Coventry so disappointing, and at West Brom's side, who are erratic, but they are there in the playoff zone, could end up in a draw, but I am going to favour the away side, and I'm going to go for a 2-1 away win to West Brom. So that concludes my predictions for game week 13 of the EFL Championship. Make sure you leave your predictions over at the Superbru website. Enjoy your championship weekend, and I'll see you all again next week for another fun-filled video. Take care, and I'll see you next time.